Hello everyone. Today's topic is civil engineering material. In this slide, there are various types of material like cement, brick, concrete, stone, aggregate, steel, soil, mortar, timber, plastic, epoxy, fly ash, steel slag, copper slag, bitumen, optical fiber, smart material, FRP, pipe, wire, and cable. Now we are discuss about the cement. What is cement? Cement is a winding material. Almost all types of work cement is used. It is brown in color and set quickly when mixed with the water. Natural. There are two types of cement: natural and artificial cement. So there are two types of cement, natural and artificial cement. How to classify natural and artificial cement? This is classified by its manufacture process. First is natural cement. So natural cement, it is manufactured by burning and crushing to powder the limestone containing 20 to 40% of clay, and remaining percent is calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. Now, what how manufacture is artificial cement? So artificial cement is that which obtained by calcination of mixture of about 65% of calcium carbonate and 35% of clay. Now, cement is a fine, soft, powdery type substance. It is a made from mixture of elements that are found in natural materials such as limestone, clay, sand, or shell. When cement is mixed with water, it can bind sand and aggregate into a hard, solid mud. This is called aggregate. Now, history of the cement. So, in first of all, in 1824, Joseph Aspin, a British stonemason, heated a mixture of finely ground limestone and clay in his kitchen stove and ground the mixture into a powder to create a hydraulic cement, one that hardens with the addition of water. A variety of sandstone is found in abundance in a Portland in England. In India, the first cement factory was installed at Tamil Nadu by South India Industry Limited. Now, essential elements of the elements. Which which are the elements used in the cement? So there are four elements used in the cement. First one is calcium, second silicon, third aluminum, and fourth iron. Here, the source is also given in the table. So, source of the calcium is limestone, source of silicon is sand, source of aluminum is bauxite, and source of iron is iron ore. Now, the manufacturing of cement, there are two process. First one is dry process and second is wet process. So, what is the difference between dry process and wet process? The main difference is water. In dry process, water is not used. In wet process, the water is used. So, in the dry process, the first raw material crushed in crusher to get 2 to 5 centimeter in size, and the gross material are again grinded to make fine particles into the mill. Now the grinded material is stored, and now the powder minerals mixed in required proportion and sent into the rotary clean, and the final product is called cement. Now in the wet process, we are added water after crushing processed and make a paste which known as a slurry. So in this process the following operation are involved. First is mixing of raw material, second burning, third grinding, fourth packing and distribution. So first mixing of raw material. So first, in this process, we mix the all raw material, for example, limestone, clay, and etc. In the burning process, this process is carried out into the kiln. Kiln means patti, right? And the grinding process, we grind the material. Material are grinded into the fine powder in tube mill, and gypsum is in this process. This gypsum is also added to 3%. And last, packing and distribution. The cement is stored in a container and packed in a 50 kg bag. Now, here the manufacturing process of cement are given. So, cement manufacturing process is a complex. Then start with mining and grinding of raw material like limestone and clay, right? So, limestone and clay are convert into a fine powder. So it is called raw material. Now then raw material is heated into the high degree temperature 1450 degree temperature in a kiln. In this process the raw material are broken down and result into the clinker. Clinker is ground to a fine powder in a mill and add mixed with gypsum mixed with the gypsum to create a cement. This is phase 1. Now, the powder cement mixed with water and aggregate to form phase 2. Right? In the next slide, here we can see that this is a clinker and this is a gypsum and grinding process. After grinding process, it make a cement. Here, the chemical composition of cement are given. This is name of ingredient, average percentage by weight, and range of percentage by weight. So the ingredients used in cement are lime, silica, alumina, iron oxide, magnesia, calcium sulfate, sulfur, and alkalis. The average percentage by weight is 62. This is the exact percentage, right? 62%, 22%, 5%, 3%, 2%, 4%, 1%, and 1%. Now, range of percentage means exact, it is a range, right? It is an exact value, and here the range is given, means we can use 62, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 67. Here the range is 70 to 25, here 3 to 8, 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 3 to 5, 1 to 2, and 1 to 2. Now, this is a criteria for selecting a good cement. So, how we can identify this cement is good for construction, right? So here given the color should be uniform and greenish gray. It should feel smooth when touch or rub between the fingers. It should feel cool when insert hand into the bag. It should free from hard lumps. It should not be moist and should not contain excess amount of silica, lime, alumina, alkalis, clay, and silt. Now, the properties of cement. There are three properties. There are three property of cement. First is physical property. Second is mechanical property, and third is chemical properties. So, in physical properties, there are five properties: fineness, soundness, consistency, and setting time. So, first, what is the fineness? The finer the cement in a grain size, it better in the quality. Finer grain size, the cement particle react with water more quickly and thus reduce the time of hardening and reduce the and producing a cement a high early strength. In a soundness process, cement expand to some extent on setting. So it is the responsible for cracking of cement after setting. So soundness, what is the soundness? So soundness is a capacity of cement to form a hard and uniformly strong mass on setting. Now, consistency. What is consistency? It is a consistency defined as a capacity of cement to withstand a load without a cracking. Right? So, it is the change from a plastic to non-plastic state. Right? In a setting time means time of setting for some cement set quickly within a few minutes, whereas other may take a more time between a few minutes, few hours, right? Now, the mechanical properties of cement. There are two mechanical properties. First one is compressive strength and second is tensile strength. In the compressive strength, at the end of 3 days should not be less than 115 kg per kilometer square, and at the end of 7 days should not be less than 175 kg per centimeter square. And for tensile strength, at the end of 3 days should not be less than 20 kg per centimeter square. In the end of 7 days, it should not be less than 35 kg per centimeter square. Now, the chemical properties. In the chemical properties, the ratio is given. So, ratio of percentage to lime, percentage to lime to silica, alumina, and iron oxide should not be less than 0.66 and should not be more than 1. Right. Second, the ratio of percentage of alumina to iron oxide should not be less than 0.66%. Weight of magnesia should not exceed 5%. Weight of insoluble residue should not exceed 1.5%. Total sulfur content should not be more than 2.75%, and total loss of ignition shall not be exceed 4%. Right. Now, the next slide. There are types of cement. There are various types of cement. First is ordinary cement, ordinary Portland cement, which is mostly used. Portland pozzolana cement, quick setting cement, rapid hardening cement, high alumina cement, blast furnace cement, low heat cement, white cement, colored cement, sulfate cement, expanding cement, hydrophobic cement, waterproofing cement, and acid resistant cement. Right? Now we discuss in detail. So first is ordinary Portland cement. Ordinary Portland cement, it is a common variety of cement. It is suitable for the construction of all civil engineering work except underwater construction. Use of ordinary Portland cement is for preparing cement, mortar, concrete, heavy structure, precast concrete block for foundation. Here the detailed uses are given. First one is for preparing cement mortar for masonry work, plastering, pointing work, etc. For preparing a concrete for casting floor, roof, beam, column, lintel, stair, for heavy structure like dam, bridge, tunnel, etc. For construction of road, water tank, septic tank, and for manufacturing precast concrete block, pipe, fencing, right? And last for construction of foundation, footpath, watertight floors. Now, second is Portland pozzolana cement. So it is manufacturing by intergrinding of OPC. OPC matlab ordinary Portland cement clinkers and 50 to 35% of pozzolanic material like fly ash and slag. Pozzolanic material essentially siliceous and aluminous material which does not have competitive properties, but it is very fine from form and in presence of water react with calcium hydroxide to form a cementitious properties. PPC means Portland pozzolana cement does not give higher strength at early but gives strength after setting. It is economical compared to ordinary Portland cement. It gives a good durability. It gives a more volume of mortar compared to ordinary Portland cement. Now, third cement is quick setting cement. From name, we can say that the cement is quick setting, right? So it is used for underwater construction. The name indicates it set very fast. The early setting property is brought out by reducing the amount of gypsum during the grinding process. Already we discussed about the manufacturing process of cement. In this process, we added gypsum, but in quick setting cement, we reduce the amount of gypsum. This cement is costlier than ordinary Portland cement. Initial setting time start within a 5 minutes after adding a water, and final setting time within a 30 minutes. So we can see that only 30 minutes are required for setting. It ground much finer than ordinary Portland cement, and it is used for underwater construction where time is more important. Now, next is rapid hardening cement. So, from name we can say that cement gain a high strength. right? Also known as early gain in strength of cement. This cement contain a more percentage of tricalcium silicate and less percentage of dicalcium silicate. The high strength at early stage is due to finer grinding, as fineness of cement will expose greater surface area for the action of water. The strength obtained by this cement in a 3 days is equal to strength obtained by OPC in 7 days. The name indicate rapid hardening means they give rapid strength. So we can see that this cement is give only this gi- this cement is strength given only 3 days is equal to OPC. With OPC, this strength is given into 7 days. So initial and final setting time are same for OPC 30 minutes and 10 hours. It is used when time is most important factor in the project. Now, high alumina cement. So it is manufactured by using a raw material like limestone and bauxite, characterized characterized by it is dark in color, high heat of hydration, and resistance to chemical attack. It is useful against corrosive action of seawater. It is used for construction near and along the sea shore. Blast furnace cement. It is also called slag cement. For this cement, slag which is obtained from blast furnace from steel making industry. So what is slag? So slag is a residue product for the steel manufacturing, right? It has a slow rate of hardening and less heat of hydration. It is not affected by seawater and used for the marine structure. Now, 7 is low heat cement, low percentage of tricalcium aluminate and tricalcium silicate, and high percentage of dicalcium silicate is used to manufacture this cement. It has a very low heat of hydration during the setting and handling. Very slow rate of developing strength at rate of C3S means tricalcium silicate content is low. Here already we discussed about the low percentage of C3S and C3A and high percentage of C2S. It is used for massive construction like dam where excessive amount of concrete is used, so heat of hydrogen is more is used, which can produce excessive amount of heat which can develop a crack in structure. So heat of hydration is more, so crack developing cracking is more. So now next is white cement. It is produced by mixing a ordinary Portland cement with a pure white color produced with white chalk or clay free from iron oxide. In ordinary Portland cement, we added iron oxide. As iron oxide gives the grey color to cement, it is therefore necessary for white cement to keep the content of iron oxide as low as possible. In white cement, we cannot use iron oxide. White cement give a milky or snow white appearance. It is costly and only used for interior decoration and finishing work. It is not used for normal construction work. Normal construction work. In normal construction work, we can use only ordinary Portland cement or type of construction, depending upon type of construction. Right. Next is colored cement. It is produced by adding a pigments in regular cement. Pigments are added in regular cement, so cement gets colored. Right. Pigment used should be durable under a light sun or weather. It is used for making a top layer in flooring, paver block, and other decorative purpose. Sulfur cement. Sulfur cement is equals to slag plus OPC plus KSO4. It is a mixture of these three. Blast furnace slag, ordinary Portland cement, and CaSO4. In this cement, heat of hydration is lower. It is also resistant to sulfate attack. It is used in marine structure and mass concrete work. Expanding cement. This cement is produced by adding an expanding agent like sulfoaluminate. This is a main component for expanding cement, sulfoaluminate. This cement expand and volume increase, whereas other cement shrink and volume decrease by setting and hardening. used to neutralize shrinkage of concrete made from ordinary cement so as to eliminate crack. A small percentage of this cement with concrete will not let it crack. It is specially desirable for hydraulic structure to make a structure watertight. So expanding cement is only used is making a watertight structure. In repair work, it is essential that the new concrete should be tight fitting in the old concrete. This can be done by using this cement. Now, hydrophobic cement. As the name of the cement denoted that hydro means water and phobic means against. Means hydrophobic cement is obtained by grinding a Portland cement clinker with a film forming substance such as oleic acid or stearic acid. This chemical form a layer on cement particles and does not allow water to mix and start hydration process in the transportation or storage stage. Used in a longer storage period and extremely wet climatic condition. No. Next is waterproofing cement. It contains waterproofing agent during its grinding. It is more impermeable and more resistant to chemical attack. Here the word uses impermeable because the cement is waterproofing, right? Next is acid resistant cement. It is a high silicate and thus has a high resistance to acids. It is used for lining of acid storage tank and joining acid proof bricks and tiles. It is also used for construction of acid resistant industrial flooring. Thank you for watching.